Hello, welcome to the shop. Can I show you around some of the items that we have for sale? Are you interested in anything in particular or just browsing for anything? Okay, sure, yeah, I can work with that. I'll just start with something simple. This is something that you can use in parties, which are fun celebratory events with friends and family. These are called napkins. And they're used at these celebratory events called parties because oftentimes there's a lot of people that have to eat cake or pizza or other forms of food, and they need napkins which wipe their faces and keep their faces nice and clean even when they're eating. These are in a gorgeous teal color, which is sort of a mix between green and blue. Do you like this color? Me too, I really like it. So these are napkins. Next up, another very common item is a pair of socks. These are socks. So as you can see here, what does this shape remind you of maybe? Yeah, the shape of like an ankle and a foot, exactly. This is where your heel goes. And then your little toesies are here at the end. Socks keep our feet warm. And these are very warm socks. And we have our in-store cat here, named Boo. Have you ever worn socks before? Okay, so this will be a new experience for you. Yeah, I always tell people who come into my shop that it's always important to try new experiences because when you're lying on your deathbed, you're only going to regret the things that you didn't do, right? Like wear socks. Make sure that you wear socks. Okay, putting those aside, another wonderful thing that can keep you nice and warm is a scarf. This is a new scarf that we just got in. And what these do is they wrap around your neck, keep you warm that way. They can also be wrapped around the waist as like a fashion statement or anything like that. Boo, our in-store cat, is kneading a lovely soft blanket up there. But yeah, I'll wear scarves often when I'm going outside. I live in a fairly cold area, so. So you use like a jacket to keep warm, right? I see your jacket. Yeah, so this is like that, but just for your neck. Keeps you nice and cozy. Okay, but if you aren't cozy enough during a cold winter season, you might get a cold, and so that's where our next item comes in handy. These are a little bit complicated. These are known as cough drops. Cough drops. Yeah, you got it. So what these do is they kind of help to ease soreness of throat, itchiness of throat, symptoms that make you feel like you want to cough a lot. They just kind of help almost numb up that area, and oftentimes they do have a certain flavor, so they taste good. I had a friend once who just ate a whole bag of these, like, yeah, don't do that. These cough drops taste like lemon mint, and they are sugar-free. And lemon is a citrusy type of fruit that is very good in many desserts. It's quite sweet, but it can be very sour, so it's often moderated by sugar. And then mint is like a lovely herb that it has a very sharp, tangy taste and smell that you can kind of recognize immediately. It's a very distinctive. It's very cool feeling, cold feeling. So these are refreshing, nice and cool on an irritated throat. So I would recommend these to anybody who maybe has a family and they want to have cough drops on hand for the kids or for their spouse, anybody who kind of gets colds pretty often. Cough drops. Our next item is a form of entertainment. That is essentially something that you do for fun, something to make you happy or feel relaxed. And this is a CD. We're getting some cat background noises right now. She likes to hang out in the back of the shop and do her thing. So this CD is A Few Flutes Shy of a Flutter by Gwyneth Whistlewood, the feral flute. And I actually bought this off of Gwyneth Whistlewood herself at a farmer's market. What a CD is a disc that can go into a specific port that accepts it. And this disc has all of the information that you need in a song or a movie, like a film, a show, a video. It has all that information all along it. And the CD player will read that information off of it. So it's like a code and a cipher. And then you get music playing through your car or your CD player. And then you can also get DVDs for movies. It says, This music was recorded over a couple of years in various places: a yoga studio on a windy spring day, a forest deck during a break in a summer rain, a cozy loft in the middle of a snowstorm, and other wild places. Most of these tracks are spur-of-the-moment creations or original tunes that grew out of improvisations. Last Star is an original tune that shapeshifts every time I play it. As for the repetitions of "Oh Carolyn's Farewell," what can I say? I love the song. Performed on alto flute, low F penny whistle, diatonic rim-blown flute, inspired by the ancestor Pueblo flute, baroque flute, wood penny whistle in D, copper high F penny whistle, and concert flute, accompanied by cicadas, tree frogs, and one curious yellow jacket. So she was playing on her flute. She was playing this music at the market, and I came up to her. I wanted to get one of the CDs, and now I am selling it to you because I want you to experience the beauty of this music. Have you ever listened to music before? Okay. Yeah, like just a little bit. Okay, so you're somewhat exposed, so you won't be like shocked when you hear this. That's good. I don't want to like send you into a coma or anything, but you're gonna love it. It just takes some practice to listen to music. Alright, so another little thing for entertainment, I suppose, but sort of on another end of it. This is meditation. It's something that you can do for yourself to make yourself feel very relaxed and to let go of obsessive thoughts, to kind of get more in touch with just the world and yourself, especially in the midst of a busy day. So this book, which you could use for yourself or a spouse or a child that you may have or a friend, is called Meditations for Women Who Do Too Much. Meditations for Women Who Do Too Much. Let's flip to one and I can kind of show you what this is about. August 23rd. Struggle. You wear yourself out in the pursuit of wealth or love or freedom. You do everything to gain some right, and once it's gained, you take no pleasure in it. By Oriana Fallaci. Sometimes we forget what's important. We struggle so long to establish ourselves that we become addicted to the struggle. We begin to think that if we are not struggling, we are not alive. In fact, the excitement and intensity of the struggle become our complete focus so that we forget our original goal. There is no doubt that we as women have had to struggle individually and as a group. Yet, if we become like those against whom we struggle, we may find that we have lost ourselves in the process. Sometimes we have to struggle, sometimes not. The issue is not the romance of the struggle. The issue is who we are as we engage in it. So, a thought-provoking passage, some interpretation of a quote, and then a bolded, this is a different page, but like a bolded takeaway message at the bottom. This book is written by Anne Wilson Schaaf. Again, Meditations for Women Who Do Too Much. Are you/do you know what a woman is? Sounds great. This can come in handy in your life. Okay. Sticking with a theme of pieces of media, I would love to sell you a poster. So posters are just big pieces of reinforced paper that show an image. So this poster is a really, really cool image of an asteroid. So it's like side-on, so you just see like a bit of it and then you kind of realize that it's an asteroid, and it has a satellite right over here, and then at the bottom it reads Psyche, for a really cool project at my university. So posters are really interesting. You can do a lot of things with them. You can put them up on your wall. You can also put them on your ceiling if you want. You'll use things called thumbtacks, which are little needles that have protective backs on them that you can press through a poster and into a wall. You could use tape. You could use whatever sticky, like command strips, or which those are pretty complicated. I think it's best if we save that for later. But yeah, there's a lot of choice that you have with posters, so you can do a lot with this. And we have a whole selection. It doesn't have to be this one, even though this one is my favorite. So that's a poster. Alright, so again, with media and everything, we're going to finish that part off with what is known as a reading light. This is cool because it's flexible, so you can place it on sort of the edge of your book and lean it down like this, so that while you're reading each page, it lights up the page. So what I mean by that, let's take our Meditations for Women Who Do Too Much book, okay? We're going to flip here, and we're going to put our reading light on the book. So it has like a little flap here, okay? So I'm going to like this, and this works very well with hardcover books. And then the reading light is over the page of the book that I want to read, so I'm going to read it like this, right? So with hardcover books, you can put this flap just over the front cover, and so you don't have to like change it every time you flip the page. But reading is a very wonderful activity for many people to engage in. Many people also find reading to be distasteful, so it's all what's up to you. I find that reading can help you live 1,000 different lives in your one life. You gain a lot of knowledge from reading. Have you ever read before? Do you know how to read? Yeah, what have you read? Okay, yeah. Some total classics. Redfish, Bluefish, I mean, that's up there. Yeah, of course. So this, this book might be a little more advanced, and you will definitely get there. But you can use this reading light with any book that you like. Yes. Picture books totally included. I love me some picture books. Okay. This is the reading light. And then finally, something very important to me and probably to many people. I sell this because I like people and I want them to be okay. So I sell coffee. Now this particular glass container of instant coffee crystals is decaf coffee. So it means it has less caffeine than original coffee. And the instant here indicates that you can take a certain amount of these crystals and you can put them into a cup. And you can pour hot water over that cup. the crystals will dissolve and you will get coffee. Isn't that miraculous? And these jars are enormous. So I actually, this is the example one that I have for you, but we actually use this here in the store for our employees. We got this at the beginning of this past September, and there's barely any used because only a small amount is necessary for however much coffee you want. It also just depends on how much coffee you drink at a time, how often you drink coffee. I have a secret for you. Lately, I have been drinking coffee at night, like around 8 p.m. because I get really tired, but I want to keep doing stuff, like with my family or being productive. So I will just have a little bit of coffee then, which I don't think is good. I really think I should stop doing that. That's not gonna get me on a good schedule. But oh, that's a really good question. So coffee is a substance that can make you feel more awake. And it's often hard for many of us to feel awake in the morning because we're just coming out of sleep, right? We just finished recharging our heads and we were tired the night before, and so we're going to feel a little groggy in the morning. But this helps to increase alertness in your system. Oftentimes it can make you fairly anxious and get your heart rate up, which can be like good for you and motivational. It can also be not good. So, but caffeine is the substance within coffee that has this effect. Coffee comes from the coffee bean. So coffee is a plant, and it has been just crazy popular for many years. But yeah, a lot of people find that if they have an obligation to do fairly early in the morning, coffee really helps them feel motivated to actually do it or feel more focused. For some people, coffee makes them feel less focused, makes them feel very agitated, very jittery, and very all over the place. So it really does vary from person to person. So, instant decaffeinated coffee, signature select. Okay, so think about it. This could change your life. If you want the caffeinated version, we have that in the back as well. All right, it was so lovely to be your saleswoman today. Is there anything you're particularly interested in from our catalog? Okay. Yeah. It's been a while, so I understand. These are napkins. Yeah. You're okay. Are you interested in maybe throwing a party? Yeah. And you like the color? Okay. I can ring you up for the napkins. Alright, I will put these aside right here. Anything else that you would like today? Are you sufficiently intrigued? Yes. There was a time when I myself did not drink any coffee while sort of my peers and my family, everybody was. It was like I only started drinking coffee my sophomore year of college. I was kind of afraid of it, but boy, is it good stuff. But I take my coffee black, and I know a lot of people don't do that. You do not have to. You can put cream in it and sugar in it. Oh yeah, the cream just helps to like thicken it up and sort of lessen the bitterness of the coffee taste and like balance it out. And the sugar also sort of decreases that bitterness, but by adding sweetness. Yeah. Okay, I will put this aside for you too. Okay, so just those 2 items for today. Okay, well, thank you so much for shopping here. I'll take you up to the front and we'll get you bagged up and I'll send you on your way. And please do come again. We are a small business. We love it when people stop by, and I really appreciate all of your questions. Yeah, I hope you have a lovely party and that the coffee works for you. Yeah, all right, come over here. Let's go.